It was meant to be a joyful Halloween, a father's surprise in a Frankenstein costume for his children. But from the first night, something felt wrong. The stitches seemed to bleed dark liquid. A smell of ammonia and rust filled the room when no one was looking, and in the dead of night, the costume would move on its own. The attacks began subtly, a kitchen knife flying across the room, barely deflected by the quick-thinking father, electrical cords snapping to life, leaving burns on his protective hands. Each attempt more aggressive than the last, as if the costume itself was learning, adapting, hunting. The father knew this was beyond any ordinary haunting. He traced the costume back to its source, Lau's antique emporium. There, Mr. Lau immediately sensed the dark energy. "This should never have left my vault," he whispered, his eyes seeing what others could not. The costume had been switched by accident, a cursed relic mistaken for mere Halloween fun. Mr. Lau revealed the terrible truth. This was no ordinary costume. It belonged to the Patchwork Killer of 1952, a madman who used twisted Maoshan techniques to bind his soul to the very fabric. Each stitch contained a fragment of his murderous spirit, waiting for a new host to possess. What followed was an ancient battle between light and darkness. Mr. Lau, master of Maoshan ghost hunting techniques, faced the raging spirit. Incense smoke coiled as ancient mantras filled the air. The costume thrashed violently, screaming with a voice that wasn't human. But Mr. Lau's power was greater. With final ancient words, the spirit was forced back. The costume collapsed, now just cloth and thread again. Sealed in a special chest, protected by Taoist symbols, the horror was contained. For now. But as Mr. Lau watched the father leave, he knew this was only one of many dark artifacts in his care, each with their own terrifying story waiting to be told.